What up, dude? Welcome to Lunchtime Detroit Lions Talk, brought to you by Detroit Lions on the Prowl and Lions Nation Unite. It's your man, Curt. Today is Wednesday, April 19th, 2023. On deck for today's show, we continue our pre-draft position previews, and this time we look at some top offensive guard prospects. But before we get into all that, man, it's time to bring in the rest of the crew, man. First up, y'all know who it is. He's yawning, but he's the ladies' pet, the men's regret. You ain't seen nothing yet. The highest player from the Himalayas. It's my man, LL Cool Torrance. What's going on, my guy?
What's Proud Nation, and good morning.
Man, y'all know who it is. It's the boxing pride of Jackson, Michigan, man. He has a bunch of jobs, man. He will coach your kids. He will definitely cook you a meal. He will give you a fade, and he will run you a fade, man. It's my man, who?
It's the Wolverine, Coach Mike Jones. What's going on, Lion fans?
Let's get this thing started.
Right now.
Let's go.
Detroit Lions talk, baby.
Oh, y'all know what we're doing, man. We continue our pre-draft previews for positions that we think the Lions may need. And this time we're going to talk about some guards or interior linemen. These guys are projected. A couple of these guys have already visited the Lions. You got Cyrus Torrance was scheduled for a visit. Chandler Savannah, the guy I'm covering today. But see, these guys have been in the building, talked to the Lions, see how they filled out, because we know that right guard position, especially last a couple seasons, has been a revolving door because of injuries. We have a few veterans in the building to kind of shore up the really the backup role, but I think it's maybe a need where we look at drafting a guy. And some of these guys, you look at where their positions projected to go in the draft, we can actually pick up a couple of these, one or two of these guys. You know, I'm not saying we're gonna pick up two guards. I'm saying, one of these two guys are maybe in a position to where he on the board still, and it's that round, so we may be able to pick one of these guys up. But we're going to kick it off first with my man with a kind of a namesake for him. Yeah, who you talking about, man?
Yeah, kind of a little bit. His is spelled more so like the city in California.
Mm-hmm.
Man, it's spelled different, but of course we talking about guard out of University of Florida, Cyrus Torrance. He transferred over from the University of Louisiana, following his head coach to be who went to the University of Florida. This is the guy, the popular word they're throwing around now, blue chip prospect. I won't use that generational talent. I feel like they use that too much and they stick a few guys. Well, it used to be only one guy per draft. Now it's a few guys per draft. So I'm not going to be the one to use that. But this is, in my mind, the right guard that I would like to see here. This is just your mauler. He, as big as he is, he goes 6'5", 330. He looks a little bit bigger than that, if that's any way to say. But he's just your mauler. He got twinkle toes. He got light feet. He moves people around, and it looks real easy doing it. Definitely the best of the guys that I think we're going to speak, or in my opinion, he's the best of the guys we're going to speak about today. And he would be a plug-and-play starter here for the rest of his career if he wanted to be. That's just my honest opinion. At the combine, bench press 23 times. That's not, sometimes you see those real big high numbers and stuff like that, those big shocking numbers. And that's what I like to see from offensive linemen. As much as I don't like the combine, if you're going to pump that iron, that's a good sign to see. But his tape says enough. In my opinion, I think NFL.com has his comp as Tyree Phillips. I completely disagree with that. No offense to Mr. Phillips, but as far as, in my opinion, going forward, he reminds me a lot of Trent Williams. So Hopefully y'all know what that means. But, if you're not, go get familiar with Trent Williams. And then go watch Cyrus Torrance and tell me if I'm wrong, because I could be wrong. But if you feel like it, let me know if y'all see the same thing. But what do y'all think about big fella, as Bernie Mac would say, big fella, Cyrus Torrance?
Yeah, looking at him projected, he's the only guy we're looking at right now that's projected to go first round, mid-first round or later. That's his projection to go. That's from the Draft Network. If you look at him, dude's huge, man. I mean, broad across the, Chase and West. wide build, man. Uses independent hands, a balance as a pass pro. Guys just, got a quick twitch. And here's the thing I like to see: penalty free, according to PFF, throughout the 2022 season. No penalties, no holding, none of that stuff. I like that. So you look at a guy like that, become, like you said, he's a plug and play, and he held his own. Matter of fact, some people say he kind of really held him at bay and kind of handled his business against one Jalen Carter out of Georgia. So he neutralized him with his size and strength. So you look at that, and maybe some of his weaknesses maybe could be somewhat indecisive when faced with pressure. I think maybe we could coach him up, because some of those stunts and stuff like that would definitely confuse him. You get someone coming at him, and the next the guy's going somewhere else. So you got to make sure you get that fixed. So it struggles to effectively mirror athletic rushers. So that's the thing. He can handle bull rushes, but some of those guys with some of those spin moves, swim moves, something like that, maybe a issue for him. But I like the fact that this guy is one of those guys. He's big, he's broad, he's got quick feet, and he has to be very athletic for a guard. A lot of times his guards rely on their just size and brute strength, but he's a very athletic guy for a guard. So yeah, I like what I see for Cyrus Torrance. Is he in the cards for the Lions? Damn, man, they had him in for a visit. So hell, we just talked about it off air. We don't know what the hell they're gonna do.
I would like it.
But that could be a pick at 18. Man, hey, what's up? What you got, Coach Jones?
I'm not too worried about his lack of pass blocking, because that's not really a guard's intangibles. That's more for tackles. Tackles handle the pass game, guards handle the run game. That kind of, it's a little more than that, but that's kind of, what the overall consensus is. But yeah, I'm with it. I'm more likely to be more with it if he was the first pick in the second round. Then I would be really, really with it. Because I think that's where I would like to take a guard. The only thing that does concern me is that he only had 23 bench press reps, because as a guard, you gotta be a mauler, you gotta be a run blocker inside. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be that guy, because
we got a new trainer, man. We'll get him up there.
Yeah, I feel that, man. But that's the only thing that really gets me is because in the trenches, when you need to grind, when they go 22, that's 2D tackles lined up, head up on the guards, or maybe if they go 11 and that's two defensive tackles in the one in the A gap, or you know what I'm saying, anything like that. Will he have the strength to move them out on third and short? Will he have that, you know what I'm saying? So I think that relies also on his deadlift. Does he, his deadlift and the squat, does he have the power to kind of generate to get that push? So that I do not know. But besides that, man, he sounds like a good fit. But I would just be more likely, I would want to take him with the first pick in the second round instead of the second pick in the first round.
If he's there, I don't think he'll be there in the second round. What you got? Yeah.
But the number is, I guess you could say, it's concerning. But
yeah,
if you watch him, don't nothing else. I don't.
Maybe his pre-workout. Either he took it too soon, or maybe it didn't kick in yet, or maybe it already stopped working by the time he got, because he was in line, for the bench press. Maybe he took it too early, or maybe he took it too late. So maybe.
But some I give my other options at the end, but it's another couple names out there that maybe we could look at as well.
Yeah, we'll do that at that when we. Yeah, but maybe his C4 hadn't kicked in yet. All right, like the video, share the video, comment on the video, man. Make sure you head over to fanatics.com. Links in the description below. Man, I just went and got my grandbaby. Man, she plays soccer. Avery, she do her thing. She do her thing, and I bought her a U.S. Women's National T-shirt yesterday. So go to the link in the description, man. A portion of the proceeds go to help us grow the content on this channel, man. It ain't just about Lions stuff, what I'm saying? I do get all my Lions gear over there, but you can get all the other stuff over there too. Shout out to my grandbaby. She did a good job her first soccer game this weekend, doing her thing, playing that defense, man. That's what I'm talking about. But with all that being said, hey, make sure you check us out on Lions Nation Unite. You can download the app in the Google, Android, or Apple App Store. And then we'll be relaunching the LNU shop, man, with gear from Detroit Lions on the Prowl. My gear might be in there. I know Curt Steele gear is going to be in there. So you going to check out CurtSteele.com, man, and you go check out that Curt Steele logo. It's right there, man. Y'all know what it look like. Y'all know the lion. Y'all know what it looks like, man. So go check it out, man. It will be coming up soon. So make sure you check out LNUshop.com, man. And you go to LNU, Lions Nation Unite, just type Lions Nation Unite in your web browser, lionsnationunite.com, or you can download the mobile app for your mobile devices in the Google, Android, or Apple App Store. Man, check us out on DetroitLionsOnTheProwl.com. Hopefully, we'll be migrating the gear from Lions on the Prowl Shop ground over to LNU Shop as well. So we'll be having that stuff coming out. Got to talk to Val. You know, she's on vacay right now, but she got that thing. She don't get that thing all right, man. And if you look at the panel today. My man, LL Couture's wearing amazing blue. You see Coach Jones wearing amazing blue, and you see me with my Michigan mug, man. So make sure you go check out my man Coach Jones over there at wolvalion.com. So if you're a Wolverine on Saturday and a Lion on Sunday, like we are on this panel, make sure you check out my man Coach Jones at wolvalion.com. He can hook you up with that Wolvalion gear. Make sure you holler at your boy Curt Steele over at CurtSteele.com and SidelineReport.com, man. You know, we got to give the people what they want, and go ahead and check out my content over there on those two platforms as well, man. Y'all know it's April. I know what that means. It is Autism Awareness Month. And you know, I got to wear it for my son, Curt Steele III. This one says "Fight Like a Lion." It's like the other shirt I had on, the black one I had on a few days ago, and I got this was the first ones I got, so I got them in different colors. I got 3 different colors of this one, so you see another one similar to this. But it is Autism Awareness Month, man. Make sure you go and help those that in need. Go to your local Autism Society or Autism Speak. Sign up for a 5K, a 2K, a walk, a run. Support those who are affected or on the autism spectrum. So go ahead and do that for our kiddos out there, man. You know, Coach Jones, he got his stepsons on the spectrum as well. So, you know, help us support our loved ones, man. All right, so now let's get back into these positional players, man, on here on this pre-draft preview, man. Coach Jones got an offensive guard to talk about, man. He a tackle that's projected to be a guard. What you got, Coach Jones?
Yeah, so I'm talking here about the man out of USC, the Trojan, Andrew Voorhees. As you know, he was a tackle, but he's projected as a guard because he really doesn't move well laterally. He does move well in space, but he doesn't move well laterally. He's not that athletic to do all of that, so that's why they grade him inside as a guard, much like Big V. I think Big V had the same kind of thing going on. But Andrew Voorhees, another massive human being. He's 6'6". His playing weight was 320 pounds. He didn't got down 310 for the combine. So you know, that tells you anything. Yeah, so just imagine, because he plays left guard. So you know that I don't know if they're trying to flip him or if he's a potential, you know, backup for Jonah Williams. If they kind of, because he is the guard or the offensive lineman who got hurt at the combine. I don't know if we were all watching it. The big guy that went down, that was Andrew Voorhees. So he went from being a second-round prospect to probably a fifth-round prospect because his rookie year is going to be a wash. So you're counting on him in 2024. So with that being said, the Lions might draft him in the fifth round because Donald Jackson will be up and in 2024, and he might be looking for that bag. You know, because I think John Jackson will demand it. Now, whether John Jackson's willing to kind of take a humble pay cut, which I don't think is going to happen, and kind of play for the win, you know, because the Lions, I think, will be a championship contender this year and even more next year. But if he does leave after this year, then Andrew Voorhees is a guy that, hey, you can put him in, you can rehab him, get him all the way healthy, and put him out there in 2024, and he can be your starting left guard. So that's something else to keep in mind. Like I said, I wouldn't grab him earlier than the fifth round because his rookie season's a wash. So, but he's a guy who, for being that big, he actually does move well in small space. Mm-hmm. You know, so that's something that, you know, you think, just imagine 6'6", 310. What's Frank right now? 6'5", like 315, 320. And then you got Big V, 6'5", like 330. My man, man, if it's third and short, it's third and short, Jared Goff could walk. He could walk. He could just walk on in there. But what do y'all think about this? I know, like I said, man, his injury took him from a second round prospect to a fifth round prospect. So I'm not really, you know, because I'm not in favor of drafting injured players. Like, we're in a win now mode. But he's a person that we could stash for next year because of that Jonah Jackson situation. So, you know, what y'all got?
Yeah, we talked about this off camera. His NFL comparison is Val's favorite offensive lineman. What she called him, Cross-Eyed Jenkins, Tevin Jenkins from the Chicago Bears. That's his NFL comparison, according to NFL.com. Projection from Draft Network. You said fifth round. They got him. They pushed him down to the third round. I think from the second to the third round. You look at a guy like and I understand that with the they looking at his projections for his, I guess maybe his potential. That's maybe why they have him at a third round. I'm not sure. So he's got a high IQ. He's technically signed as a run blocker, but like you said, his lateral movement is very limited. So that's why he's projected to be a guard instead of a tackle. You look at some of his strengths. He got five. He's 5 years as a starter. So you know, and he steps in. His run is run blocking is pretty good. Consistently well placed hands as a drive blocker. Churns in the inside. You know what I'm saying? Block engagement. He's got a great seal when he gets you on a block, man. It's hard to get him off you. That's one of the things is that his strengths are, man. But he's not very good in pass protection. You know, doesn't have a good foot slide, so that's why he's projected to go inside and move to a guard instead of a tackle. I'm looking at this guy and not saying that, and I'm just looking at where he was projected and then where he's ranked as far as interior lineman prospects. That's why he's on the list today. I would pass on Andrew Voorhees. I wouldn't pick him not in this draft. Like I said, we done enough drafting of hurt players already. So I'm not with him. What you got, LL?
I'm not opposed to drafting this young man, but it will be later in the draft. And it will be for the reasons that Coach Mike said. Jonah Jackson, you know, is coming up, even though I think he might stick around. But what if we draft him for depth? You know, he's obviously got some talent and he could stick around and he could play allegedly all three interior line spots, even though he's projected to play left and or right guard. What was I gonna say? I don't mind it. Every draft. Brad Holmes has shown that he will double up. He took 2 defensive linemen before, you know, things like that. Where he took 2 defensive tackles and he took 2 defensive ends. He took Hutch and Pascal. So it could be 2 guards. Who knows or whatever. This guy, if we feel like we got Big V and Glasgow, this might be the guy after both of theirs gone. I don't know. Wouldn't mind it. I don't think. I think he broke his leg, so it's not like a joint, you know, anything like that to where you know, what's the after effects of come back from a knee or from a, you know, something like that. It's just not to say but he broke his leg, so you know that's a more common injury to come back from. So
excuse me,
broke his leg. Good.
Yeah, walk it off.
But you know what? You know, one thing that he did do at the combine is he had 38 reps on that bench. That boy's strong. That's strong right there. Like he corn fed.
Yeah, his C4 kicked in at the right time. You know what I'm
saying?
Sushi.
That's how USC. That's sushi.
Sushi out there. I mean, hey, yeah. I feel you. Hey, do us a favor, man. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, share the video, comment on the video, man. The fan discussion topic is coming up here shortly. But make sure you check us out on your favorite social media platforms, man. You got YouTube, because you know we got different YouTube channels. You got Facebook. You know what I'm saying? TikTok. And of course, you know what tomorrow is, man. It's Thursday. And it's Thursday on LL's Instagram page, man. It's going to be a little
And it's 420.
And 420. So you know it's gonna be right tomorrow on LL's Instagram page. So get yourself over there, man, and get you a taste of Thirsty Thursdays, man, over there on LL's Instagram page. All right, I got the last guy on the list, man. Now this guy has been had top 30 visit with the Lions, Chandler Savannah, right here in my backyard. He is right here at the University of, North Carolina State University, right up the road. He went to the same college as the Aleem, the Dream, right up the street. Here is about 45 minutes from my house. His NFL comparison is Aaron Banks. So take that for what it's worth. Projected third or fourth round. Guard person. He's got a broad-based, limited athleticism, but he's an above-average talent when it comes to driving opponents out of the run lane. So he's a big mauler in the run game. That's what we want. We want a big, nasty run stuffing run blocking dude that can get those guys out of the way. Hey, 6'5", 325. That's a big dude. 6'5", 325. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. He, you know what I'm saying? That dude's a road grader, man. So you looking at this young fella, he is definitely he's pure power. He has heavy hands, a wide base, man. He's a good run and pass blocker. He's got limited reactive agility. That pushes him in as far as the run blocking and as why he's a guard. He's got issues blocking some of those downhill linebackers. So, you know, he's got to get himself a little bit faster. We can do that, man. We got a strength and conditioning guy, man. We can get him a little bit faster, man. He's got broad hips, man. Good length. He big, burly brother. You know what I'm saying? Footwork is on point for the combo blocks, man. Impressive drive blocker. And this is coming from his draft profile over there at NFL.com. So he could be a little slow, get off the snap. So that's kind of his weaknesses. He got limited reactive agility to moving targets. So that's where you talk about those downhill linebackers or stunts or blitz coming from the outside, or you got those downhill linebackers making those blitz. So you got to make sure that he is he's on point. You know what I'm saying? So he's inconsistent blocking, centering, creating contact imbalances at times. So he got to make sure if you put him on the inside, man, he can get a little bit off of his block, and if he is not concentrating on what he's doing. So, stunts, and you will get some of those interior movements by some of those interior defensive linemen, they can definitely confuse him. So got to make sure he's on point, man. You stick him next to Frank the Tank, man. Frank get him right. You know what I'm saying? Because Frank ain't gonna play that. Boy, you need to block. you stick it between him and Panay Sewell. And then one of them gonna let up. But good prospect, like I said, third or fourth round. So that may be the area when we may be looking for an offensive guard anyway. So it may be a chance. And the Lions brought him in for a top 30 visit. So that means maybe a guy they have a eye on. LL, what you got?
I'm not familiar with his reps and anything, but I watched a little bit of Zavala. I'm gonna use the joke. This is he's in the same mode as Cyrus Torrance. If you might have had a long night, you wake up early and the light too bright and your cat on your chest, and you got cold in your eyes still and you ain't get up yet. It might look like Cyrus Torrance. He's a good road grade. He's going forward. He's really, really good. I didn't think he was that bad in pass protection, all of those negatives. I didn't necessarily see that because once he gets you, he got you. Like once he's going forward, if if you are in his way, he's going to win. And that's kind of the same thing what they said about Cyrus Torrance, like something I forget what it was, but it's like he don't even got to do that because once he gets you, he got you. Like it ain't about double, like or something about double teams. Or he don't something about double team. Like he can take on the guy one-on-one. Right. I like Zavala, a later round pick though. I like same with either of these guys taken in the right spot. But I'm not opposed to Zavala at all. And whatever deficiencies he does have, he got two guys in front of him maybe anyway, and Big B and Glasgow. So he got a little bit of time to get it all right anyway. So I like Zavala.
We got Hank Fraley in that junk, man, who he'll coach him up, man. He'll get him right. What you got, Coach Jones?
I really don't know too much about Chandler Zavala. I'm not, so I'm not going to sit here and pretend. But so just judging off that, I would take him probably in the fourth round, kind of a safe little selection there. It doesn't really concern me that much about his lateral quickness because, like a lot of guards, if a guard has lateral quickness, that's just a plus. because a lot of guards don't have lateral quickness, because a lot of guards used to be tackles and then they don't have that, so they move to the inside so you can hide it. Man, if he can steam plow and move shit, then I'm with it. You know what I'm saying? That I'm with it. Now I don't want no mummy out there, moving all slow, because if you that's when they start to shoot those linebackers in the inside. They'll put a guy on, head up on him, and then they'll get him, and then he'll slide off to the inside, and then that linebacker shoot through. You know what I'm saying? And that's when you get some stunts, and he in alert and he can't move. So I don't know how his reaction time with that is, but that'd be my only concern. So that's why I say a 4th round grade on him. But hey, I'm all with it, man. I'm all with improving the offensive line and upgrading and making sure when pieces roll out like Jonah Jackson or Big B that we got somebody to put in.
Right. I feel what you're saying. Hey, do us a favor, man. Like the video, share the video, and comment. And the family discussion topic of the day is, which one of these guys would you draft for the Lions? I think in the perfect situation, I would take Osiris Turns at the top of the 2nd round, but he ain't gonna be there. So
I take him at 18.
It may be a thing, man. You may see you can see that Carter and then offensive lineman Carter then Torrance at 18. Ooh, you know what I'm saying? That beefing up the lines, man. Yeah, man. So Carter then a Torrance, man. Be the opposite of your name, like, you know what I'm saying?
That'd be dope.
But gotta be, it is what it is, man. They sit next to each other, man. It'd be Torrance Carter, man. But anyway, man. Which one of these guys would you pick? So that's a fan discussion topic for today, man. Thank you guys for checking us out right here in Detroit Lions on the Prowl. Your home for Detroit Lions, Eagles, and Roots, man. Now it's time for us to do my favorite thing on the show. It is time for us to see what you guys had to say about the last show. On Monday, it's time for the comment cards, baby. All right, Robert Henriquez. All right, or why draft the quarterback not in the 1st round, he says, and to back up Goff and to develop under Goff. So, okay. I feel what you're saying. That's why you draft the quarterback in this draft. I got you.
Duh, Robert. But why take him early? It was my question. But thanks for the comment. New to the comment cards is, I think, the Tundra toy. Hopefully you ain't out here fooling in one of them. Was it Tundra? Them trucks? Yeah, them Toyota Tundra. Tundra drivers is just almost as bad as Ram drivers, but ain't nothing on the world worse as a Dodge Ram driver. But no, I wouldn't draft a quarterback. The Tundra toy says, no, I wouldn't draft a quarterback in the 1st round, but in the latter rounds, I believe Goff can get us to the Super Bowl with the right tools on offense and defense. If Stafford can do it with the Rams, Goff can do it with the Lions. One pride. Those situations was a little bit different, even though I do believe. Even though I do.
Well, hell, Goff got the Rams in the Super Bowl. They just didn't win it.
True.
King SJ says, I am known for drafting the QB in the early rounds. Just a little quick thing on that. People, I don't know if y'all know the history of drafting QBs late, but usually when you draft a QB late, it don't pan out. You know what I'm saying? Like, he doesn't end up being worth a damn.
Sometimes taking them early, the same exact thing.
Yeah. So I know everybody like, oh, we can just draft one late. Like, everybody got to say, oh, we can just draft one in the 4. We can just draft. It's not that easy. But like I was saying, day 3 of the draft, I am fine with drafting one. I agree with us signing Gardner Johnson. I don't see us trading for Buda Baker either. I don't either. We already got that position locked up, man. So thanks, King S. Jizzy.
The real Mo Steppin Paisley says, this guy is simple. Is Goff a $50 million quarterback? Is he our Super Bowl guy? If not, let's go get Hendon Hooker over the next 2 years, get him ready. We're not looking for Goff replacement this year. Goff is the starter, but the future must be secure. Goff not being injured. Do you remember the heated battles between Blau and Tim Boyle? Yeah, and it's Tim Boyle because he had Tim Boyles. I had Tim Boyle. Yeah. Goff had. I mean, the statement is about Goff's injuries. It is what it is. You can look. He missed one game with the Lions, and he missed one game with the Rams. And the second game at the Rams, he didn't start, but he had to come in anyway because he had a what do you call it? He had a third surgery. So, yeah, he's missed 2 games in his career, man. It is what it is. Who was that center? Who was behind? Who was under center last year? All 17 of them. It was JG. All right, what you got? What you got?
Yeah, y'all's friend. All our friend. I'll say that. But Brent says, just Brent says, LL Cool, a voice of reason. Finally, yes, sir. Henry, Hooker is available. I'm a Hooker if available. Sorry, I'm a Bijan cat. Do you guys remember Andre Ware? I do. I wanted him. It didn't work. We can still get Teddy B and draft Hooker. I just thank you for the comment, but I like there's other quarterbacks that'll be in the draft next year and the year after that, and there's gonna be quarterbacks every single draft. We don't need to get a guy in this draft to replace a guy 3 or 4 or 5 years down the line. Is all I'm saying. So we don't really need to even take one if we don't want one, but I think they will take one.
I think they will take one. If they can't lock up a guy like Teddy Bridgewater, they will draft a guy.
Sometimes it just seems like some people think, oh, we don't take one in 2023. It ain't gonna be no more quarterbacks no more. Like they ain't making no more after this year.
Oh yeah,
they'll be there.
The position is obsolete if we don't get one this year. They're gonna stop making it. You know what I'm saying? Like Saturns or something like that. They're gonna stop making the card.
Hell. Exit 8. It's like a pop group. Exit 8 says,
or exit 9 off the freeway.
Yeah. The Lions will trade back for a first round pick next year. That's why they can play wait and see with Goff. If he plays well, they'll be able to negotiate a contract from a position of strength. If he don't play well, they have enough to trade up next year without mortgaging the future. Yeah, man, I believe so. I just don't believe they're gonna bring Goff back after the contract for a number higher than 40. I just don't believe it because you can't pay all those draft picks when it's time if you're paying a quarterback 45, 50. And if Daniel Jones got 40, I don't even want to see what Jared Goff going to request. So, but thank you for that comment, Exit 8.
Yeah. Shout out to Jalen Hurts at 51. Good.
Shout out to Jalen Hurts' agent.
51.
Yeah, for real. He got a team. He got a team over there. I'm not messing with you, Ella. Yeah, and Jared Goff yesterday was like his presser was. He was like, I don't know what the hell y'all all excited for. We ain't do nothing. He was like, we didn't make the playoffs. What bullseye? What are you talking about, man? We still got work to do. Like, I like his sentiment in his presser yesterday. He was like, I don't know what the big whoop is. Yeah, we won 9 games, but yeah, 8 out of 10. Yeah, yada yada. We didn't do nothing yet. So I like that, like he ain't hype, he ain't none of that stuff. He like go out there and do his job. And if they draft the guy, they draft him. If they don't, they don't. He hadn't had the negotiations yet, but shout out to them, man. Do their thing, man. It was some good pressers. Go check out. It was 3 that stood out to me yesterday. Aleem McNeil had a good presser. Amon-Ra St. Brown and definitely Jared Goff, man. Go check them out over there on the Detroit Lions YouTube channel or over on their page. All right, now it's time for everyone else's favorite segment. It is time for dessert with your man Curt. Dan 012. Have some coffee with your dessert, my friend. It is brought to you by Delightful Bites, custom cookies for any occasion. If you like how they look, you will love how they taste. Go over and check out the Facebook page. The links in the description below. And all the links that I talked about earlier are in the description below. Fanatics, you got thewolverine.com, all those LNU, all those things are right in the description below. But for dessert with your man Curt, brought to you by Delightful Bites, man. The Lions, if you didn't know, I don't know where you've been under a rock. They started it. The voluntary workout started on Monday. You got some guys in attendance. You got big Marvin Jones been in the building. You got Jared Goff's in the house. You got David Montgomery's in the building. DeAndre Swift, Aleem McNeil, and one name that really didn't expect to see there, Levi Onwuzurike, is definitely it at the voluntary workout. So now it's not saying that he's healed or anything. He's ready to go, but he's there
working out.
Yeah, he's there working out. So that's good. That's good. A couple of players that I have not seen yet. Haven't seen J-Mo yet. Tracy Walker still working out with his individual, his trainer. His videos they're still posting. He's still, working with his own trainer, recovering from that Achilles. But it looked like he could be good to go whenever it's time for everyone to get in the building. But Please do not go out and torching Jameson Williams because he ain't in the building yet. It is a voluntary workout. It is voluntary. If they don't show up, they ain't like they gonna miss some money or something like that. This is the phase one of the OTAs. So you won't start seeing, they're not even allowed to like go offensive, defensive drills or anything like that right now. They're just pretty much just working out and lifting and stuff. So voluntary workouts
can be on the field.
Yeah, so it's just the strength and conditioning guys. They can't, the actual coaches can't even work out with them right now. So they're not doing drills or anything like that. They're just out there just doing, lifting and conditioning. So it is what it is, man. But when phase 2 start, man, we'll definitely let you know. But that is your dessert with your man Curt, brought to you by the Delightful Bites. The Delightful Bites, get your cookie on. Now it's time to take that quick walk on over to that wall of fame, baby. All right, no announcement right now for the Gold Members meeting. Just keep Gold Members, just check the community tab to see if it's going to take place today. Val's out on vacation, so just check it. It may not happen today. I'm not making any promises, so don't know what's going to happen with that. I haven't spoke to her yet. So you got my man Detroit Drew. Congratulations on baby number 2, man, in the building for Detroit Drew or our DSA members. You got Everything King in the building. We got Brian Stover, George Eagle, Sage Roberts, Big Joe Mo, Bob Korowski, Beans in the house, Beanie Siegel. We got We on Top Dope 100, and Jason Portis is in the building. For our silver members, we got Cap Ice Cold, John Martin, Mr. Scotty the Bear, the Frenchman, and baguettes and all that. What's up, Frenchie? And Big Dale in the building. For our gold members, we got Mr. Reliable Michael Huck. We got Turner C. Burley, Mr. Rough and Raw himself, North End Ken, Michael Lewis, Lionel of Douchebagia out there with Val on the road. Please stay safe out there on y'all road trip. You got the Jazzy One, Paul Giroux, the tornado blowing in from Utah, and the Doctor, Dr. Detroit. He is always in. To become a member of the Wall of Fame, click that join now button in the description. Now it's time for final thoughts for today's show. What you got, my man, Coach Jones, man, for this final thoughts on this Wednesday?
I seen the mock draft yesterday. They had on NFL Live, and they had the Lions taking Tyree Wilson at 6, Kalijah Kancey at 18, Jahmyr Gibbs with that first pick in the second round, and then they had Drew Sanders with that second pick in the second round. And if that happened, I am all for it. Those four, I'm with it. I'm with it. I can't even say anything against it. They were all positive talk about the Lions. I ain't hear not a negative about the Lions, and that was good, man, because you got all them on somebody I'm sure is gonna find a flaw somewhere, and they didn't. They all seen us winning the North, man, and I like it. So I'm gonna roll with it. Happy Wednesday.
Okay. What you got, LL?
I don't like that draft, but have a great Wednesday, y'all. Have a great day. Some other names, I forgot to say it a while ago, but some other names to look at is Antonio Mafe. I think he's from UCLA. And my man from John Michael Schmitz from Minnesota. He's a guard center prospect. He's going to go early, but Mafe will probably be a later round guy. Mafe is another one of them big maulers, so check them guys out. Again, have a great Wednesday. Tomorrow is the day. If you got them, smoke them. Today is the 19th. We call it Juneteenth around here because the good tune be flowing. So, celebrate how you celebrate. Have a great one.
All right. For me, I saw a mock draft yesterday, and it's John Macaroon did it over there at the Detroit Sportscast and over there at All Lions Fan Nation. And I was like, had us taking the tackle at number 6. No.
Who, Skoronski?
We got bigger needs than an offensive tackle. That defensive line or the secondary needs to be addressed before I would take a tackle. Yeah.
I take a linebacker too before I took a tackle.
Yeah. All right. Even though that whatever Pro Football Network gave you a A-, you had your middle of your draft was absolutely garbage. You my dude, but that was absolute trash.
In defense of Skoronski, they say he could play all over the line. So
yeah, but it's not just him.
6 is still too high though.
Yeah, 6 was. But anyways, man, hey, it's hump day, baby, man. Hey, we thank you guys for checking us out right here in Detroit Lions on the Prowl, your home for Detroit Lions news and rumors, man. And we have fun, bring you some these positions that, you know, we didn't try to do it too early, so that's why we're doing it now, closer to the draft, so we can get some of these things, you know, in mind. And you know, we're not only talking about first round guys, we're talking about mid round guys. You know, we'll maybe talk about some later round guys as we get closer to the draft. But as we talk about these guys, we want to be able to talk about them in where we would take them as the Lions. You know, I'm not looking at, you know, we looked at cornerbacks because I think we're still projected to take a guy in the first round. So that's why we looked at first round guys. We looked at maybe those linebackers, most of those guys were second round, third round guys. That's why we look at those guys. So for all those people who are like, oh, you guys are talking about the draft enough. Well, we're doing it in a different way this year. We're taking it and we're looking at it, and we didn't want to burn ourselves out with the draft because we did that so many times the past couple of years. So this year, we're taking our time and getting you the information and our opinions of who the guys that we might draft at the positions of need. And thank you guys for checking us out here at Detroit Lions on the Prowl, your home for Detroit Lions news and rumors, man. And whatever you're doing in life, you got to boss up, ball out, and be the best version of you that you can be. For my man LL Cool Joints and my man Coach Mike Jones, who had to bounce, this is Curt Steele, and we will holla at you real soon. We love you, Jim.